So I wanted to give you some stress management ideas to keep in mind. What is stress? Well, it's kind of that wear and tear caused by life. You get alarmed when things don't go your way. You respond. It's either the fight or flight mechanism. And of course, you will be tired. You'll be exhausted no matter how well or how poorly your day went. That's kind of a quick trip through the stress response. Well, you sometimes will end up becoming burned out if you're not careful. And we should be able to see that coming too. First stage of burnout, physical fatigue. You're very tired. You have a favorite TV program you like to watch at 7 o'clock at night. You turn on the TV. Next thing you realize, it's 1:30 in the morning. There's an infomercial on selling exercise equipment, and you wipe the drool off your chin. You find the remote control. You shut off the TV. You're tired. Psychological fatigue, mindlessness and thoughtlessness. You're on your way home from work, and you think, that's right, I need to pick up a gallon of milk. Next thing you realize, you're pulling up to your garage and you look down, doggone it, I didn't buy any milk. So you go down to the grocery store, then the next thing you find yourself doing is walking up and down the aisles of the grocery store trying to figure out, why am I in a grocery store? So you grab some paper towels, they never go bad. Grab some toilet paper, can always use that. Get in the checkout line, you look in somebody else's cart, they have milk, so you go back to the far corner of the store. Next thing you realize, you pull up to the parking lot at work again, and then turn around and go home. Last stage of burnout is spiritual fatigue, a sense of helplessness, hopelessness, thoughts of escape, don't want to go to work anymore, don't feel competent anymore, not winking at yourself in the mirror anymore, you're sick of it. I think the best way to tell you is spiritual fatigue. I think it's CBS that has a TV show, that the whole TV show is a bunch of stories about people that have run away to another part of the country for 5 or 10 years, and as you're sitting there watching that TV show, you're wondering if you could do that, if you could just run away for 5 or 10 years. Just take cash. Credit cards and checks are too easy to trace. Just take all the cash you can find. So here's some strategies. Get organized. I know you're organized people, but what did our parents used to say? A place for everything and everything in its place. Right here, I have it. Be well fed, well rested, well exercised. Well fed, you're going to have to work in some of those, what do they call them? It's an F word. What is it? Fruits and vegetables, you got to work that into your diet. Well rested, 7 hours and 15 minutes, and then of course some sort of an exercise program. It's interesting how people always ask when you're going to lunch, but nobody ever asks when you're going to go exercise. Big difference. Do some deep breathing, inhale 5, hold 15, exhale slowly for 10 before you walk into that meeting so you can control your emotions when people are so different in how they express themselves or share information. Just do the deep breathing, then walk into the room or pick up the phone. And have a hobby significantly different than what you do on the job. So if things aren't going well at work, you can fall back on a different self-concept and still like yourself personally, even if things are a little bit choppy professionally. But make sure it's a hobby that's safe. Make sure it's one that can't kill you. That's a personal request. Smile and laugh. That's important too. Think of yourself as being self-employed. You go to work, put out your hands like a scale. What are my talents, abilities, and skills? Seems fair. Off you go. The more talents, abilities, and skills you develop, the more valuable you are to this organization or the next one. And positive visualization and positive affirmations. Say, I'm good enough, I'm smart enough, and doggone it, people like me. And you keep saying things like that, you could become a U.S. Senator someday. An alternate interpretation is get in the habit of saying at least. Maybe things aren't going well at work right now, but at least I still have a job. Maybe things aren't going well in your marriage right now, but at least I'm still married. Yeah, if they're still throwing dishes at you, woo, you still have a chance. Helps a little bit. Give yourself a nickname that you like. Not the nickname other people have given you. Give yourself a nickname that you like. My nickname for me is Welch. My nickname it is, but whenever I say Welchy, I feel a little bit better. I was working with the Department of Corrections on a presentation on change, and they didn't want any. Now, I don't know if you have any family that are correctional officers, pretty macho bunch, men and women alike. I thought they ate their young. Pretty tough group. Anyway, I'm headed to the front saying, come on, Welchy, let's go. Come on, Welchy, let's go. So if the presentation stunk, it was Welchy's fault, not mine. So sometimes in your professional life, you have to make some tough decisions. Just give yourself a nickname that you like. And then if none of these ideas work, I suggest you pray. I call it reverse delegation. Can't handle this one, you can have it back. Don't send me such a big one next time.